Talk to us a little bit about the Hot Zone.
So the Hot Zone is based on a New York Times bestselling book that depicts a time in 1989 when Ebola, which is a devastating pathogen, hit U.S. soil. Something that we had never seen before, ever. That was a foreign, that happens in Africa. That doesn't happen here. When it was detected on U.S. soil by the character I play, Nancy Jaxx, who is a colonel in the Army, who's the top of her field. She's a pathologist. She works in biohazard level 4 labs. And it tracks the story of her trying to stop the spread of Ebola, which has wiped out villages. This happened in Virginia, and it would have wiped out 6 million people in D.C. faster than you can shut down the highways. And her job was to euthanize 400 monkeys in this monkey house in Reston, Virginia, get as much tissue as she could to do the scientific work they're trying to find a cure or vaccine. There is no cure, there is no vaccine. Now there is a vaccine for Ebola, but not Ebola Zaire. Ebola Zaire has a 90% fatality rate. Her teacher, played by the stunning, gorgeous, funny Liam Cunningham, has sort of been chastised outside of the USAMRIID, which is the army base that she works out of, for causing too much alarm about Ebola, because he was in Africa in the 70s, 1976, and he saw what it did. He saw devastated villages. When I say devastated, I don't mean people were sad. I mean, there was no one there.
Right.
It was
Completely
burned to the
wiped out.
ground.
Yeah.
Wiped out.
Yeah.
He lived through that. And so he was thought of as an alarmist. And when she sees what she sees under the microscope, she knows there's only one person that can help her, and that's him. And you see this world that they're up against. No one wants him around, and no one's going to listen to her. And as of August, over 850 people have died in the Democratic Republic of Congo because of Ebola. So where are we?
Yeah.
And now we can travel faster anywhere. It's global. This is not a singular country's issue. This is a global issue.
Right.
So I found that doing this show was so important. It's so much bigger than all of us. And it's why I love partnering with Nat Geo, because they are a global community, right? Nat Geo is in every corner of the world.
Yeah.
And when they told me actually that it was going to air in 171 countries, I was like, how? And they said, we're National Geographic.
National Geographic.
We're in every corner of the world.
Exactly. Iconic brand.
Yeah, and so I thought it was such a great partnership. And I'm not, sadly, I don't have a scientific mind. I was never good at science in school. It didn't interest me, really.
Yeah, girl, same.
I mean,
It's
right.
important,
If
but
we
yeah.
were, we wouldn't
Right.
be here.
Right.
I would be out, hopefully, saving the world. So my meager abilities as an actress is to be able to shine a spotlight on something that I have no power over otherwise.
In what way were you most impacted personally?
Well, interestingly enough, I actually was not one of those people that ever really cared about germs. I grew up with a homeopathic mother. I mean, I have had my vaccines, but if I had a headache, my mother would massage my feet, kind of thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Let's have some herbal tea with honey if you have a sore throat, to build up my immune system. So I was one of those people who, when my kid was born, if something fell on the floor, I'm like, 10-second roll, you're fine. Build up your immune system. After this show, I now travel, even in my evening purse, with hand sanitizer.
Ready to go.
I am constantly washing my hands. I'm way too aware, and this is something that the doctor who trained me in the lab for all the lab stuff is actually Nancy Jaxx's real life nephew. He is one of the top infectious disease specialists in our country, and he told me, and he was in Sierra Leone in 2015 when there was a huge Ebola Zaire outbreak. And he told me, you ask any infectious disease specialist, none of them touch their face. Now watch normal people. They will touch their face over 1,000 times a day.
1,000 times.
And he said, we never get sick. He goes, maybe once every 6 years I'll get the flu.
Right.
But now you'll watch.